Oh man!
Brand new video out of Idaho here. Filmed in October of this year, a hunter went out to check one of his blinds. It was late in the evening, sun going down. When off to his left, he noticed movement in the trees. Two figures, one large, one much smaller, both upright. He was shocked. He watched in silence for a moment, trying to make sense of what he was even seeing. Luckily, he pulled out his phone and hit record. A short but surprisingly clear clip, close enough to make out details, and clear enough to raise eyebrows. The caption of the video he uploaded? Bigfoot and baby seen in Idaho. The pair moved slowly through a clearing, walking in that upright, almost human way. And here's what I first noticed. These figures, they don't really look like people in suits. The fur doesn't hang loose, it seems attached but like built in and not like it's a costume. For the most part, their motions feel natural. Encounters like this in this area of Idaho aren't unheard of, apparently. Over the years, people who have wandered far enough off trail report seeing what they believe to be family groups. An adult and a juvenile, two adults, adult and a couple kids. The adult is usually huge, between 7 to 10 feet tall, bulky and powerful. The younger ones are described as a bit clumsy, maybe 3 to 5 feet tall, mimicking the way the adult moves, but also trying to keep up. Some witnesses have said that the little ones, they'll crouch and even freeze behind logs or any other hiding spot they can find if they know they've been seen. So what do you guys think? Could this be the real deal? Mother Bigfoot with her young? Or is this just another too good to be true moment in a world flooded with AI-generated fakes? I love this clip. It's just getting harder to trust anything. A routine traffic stop turns surreal when a driver disappears from her car, in full view of the officer's body cam. An officer pulls over a woman named Sarah for an expired registration. Dash cam and body cam show her calm, cooperative, waiting while the officer steps back to check her info. When the officer turns around just seconds later, Sarah's gone. Her seatbelt still latched, driver's door closed, car in park, no sign of her anywhere.
Not mine.
Any drugs or alcohol in the vehicle?
No, of course not.
All right. Sit tight, Sarah. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Your registration is What the?
Sarah?
What the heck? Sarah? 3201. The dispatch.
Two camera angles confirm it. One from the body cam, one from the cruiser dash. What the heck is going on here? Like, I mean, some people are calling it staged. Yeah, I get that. But this looks pretty real. Is this a glitch in reality or I don't even know. This clip went viral, but the department never even commented on it. Never said a word. Which, I mean, you know, that's gonna fuel speculation. I don't know. These people disappearing, I don't get that at all. I need help with that. If anyone knows anything about that, help me out there. A perfect concert night turned into a drive they still can't explain. May 17th, 2025. Sabby and her boyfriend leave the Blue Lagoon in Santa Cruz, heading home on Highway 17. Locals call it Killer 17 for a reason. Dashcam rolling, road empty, downhill curves. A figure appears in their lane. Close enough to brush the passenger side door. The front camera catches it clear as day. As they zoom past, their hearts are pounding.
Someone was in the middle of the road.
They check the rear camera. No one's there. An empty road. Plenty of people have reported someone standing on 17 at night. Skeptics blame fog, bad lighting, pareidolia. Others think it's what's left behind after so many fatal wrecks on this road. Here's the part that sticks with me. If she'd swerved hard, we could be having a different conversation right now. Reddit user Amalog posted this on the paranormal subreddit, and it's pretty wild. This picture. So this happened back when I was in Army training. Someone snapped a photo in our room, and in the far corner, where it was physically impossible for anyone to stand, something was there. A figure. And before you say it, no, it wasn't a mop, or laundry, or some random guy sneaking in. Our barracks were strictly female only. No guys, no visitors, no exceptions. We weren't allowed any cleaning gear, no civilian clothes, and every soldier's hair had to be regulation short. Nobody in that building had long or gray hair like that thing did. When we showed the photo around, hundreds of soldiers saw it, and everyone got the same chill. Again, the cadre refused to even acknowledge it, wouldn't even look at it for more than a second. It really was like they already knew and didn't want to talk about it. I've never really believed in hauntings, and I still don't, honestly, but between that photo and the sound of a disconnected payphone screaming in the middle of the night, I don't have any other explanation. So I'm just going to try to let this play and hope that YouTube doesn't take it down. I don't even really know what to say about it, but anyway, so this is from Ken Panama on TikTok and hi.selly on Instagram. And just take a look at this and please let me know what you think.
September, a meteor crashed in Panama. This TikToker, Ken Panama, documented this. First off, I want to say thanks to Ken for giving us the opportunity to see this firsthand and documenting it so clearly. You know, this man has a well-standing profile. He posts about normal things for years and all of a sudden starts posting this footage. I don't have any reason to believe it's AI. What started to grow off of this meteor had life reactions to it, or has life reactions to it. It moves. It's not feeding off anything. It's not getting air. He's kept it in the dark for the most part. He has put it out in the sun. Doesn't seem to affect it. The crash site here is what's really got my attention. It glows phosphorescently or luminescently rather around the site, which is interesting because we find all this luminescent and phosphorescent stuff out of Mexico, and you know it's not something that's common in our world, so it's very interesting to see it in this fashion with no blacklight stimulation whatsoever. I would be curious to see what a blacklight would do to this area for sure. So as he continued, you know, every day posting the progress of what this thing's doing, he's posted, you know, dozens of videos. I think there's close to 20 videos of this. I'm posting some here to bring awareness to this, to try to get people to go to TikTok and follow this man, to keep up with this. You know, a lot of people reached out to him and asked for, you know, biological samples so they could put it into the lab and see what the heck we're dealing with. You know, the curiosity is very high on this. However, I feel that the danger is also very high if that's the case. He thought it was a plant to begin with. And here we are, you know, as it continues to grow and he continues to post it, they're starting to call it venom. It looks like a black something, you know, black goo of some form, but it's got definite life form. It moves and you know, it was just staying on the meteor and you know, flexing its little tentacles and things of that nature for many days. He started to take samples for scientists. He had the bravery to go in and start cutting these things and creating these samples in these jars, which seem to still have life form. They could be like clones. They may regrow or regenerate. The fact that it's not eating and provides such a life form is very interesting. You know, when the meteor came out, before anything was growing off of it, he had a plant on his desk and it literally killed the leaf that it touched and or that it was close to. And so he did multiple other tests and showed us that this thing just literally will eat the biological material and burn it up. So as you can see, this thing continues to grow, and this is after he's taken samples off of it. Quite bizarre. I really am speechless. However, doing the work that I do, I know there's a lot of disclosure issues. You can see it with our congressional hearings. You can see it with the Nazca mummies finally making it to certain mainstream profiles like Jesse Michaels and Joe Rogan. People are starting to take the Nazca mummies more seriously. I don't know how to even take this. The fact he's touching this with his hand here, it creeps me out, to be honest. I mean, this needs to be in a very secure area. This could be an invasive species. You know, scientists have predicted that certain octopus and life forms on Earth, they just showed up here one day. They feel that they may have came by meteor or asteroid, which in this case, I mean, it's it is what it is. You can see the thing has separated itself from the meteor. It is now a functional life form. Still seems to be gripping onto it, but has detached itself also. So I don't know if the ambient radiation, gamma rays, electromagnetic frequencies, whatever this thing's producing that killed the plants, could be feeding the life form here. I'll be anxious to see what the scientists come up with that he's shipping it to. I pray for all of their safety. I pray for our safety on this, as it could be an invasive species that we are unaware of. And he may have just cloned it dozens of times and sent it all over the world, making it, you know, potentially something that could cause us a threat. Seeing how fast it grows, the fact it got off of the tray in the safe, closed in there, moved the glass lid off of there, and moving the meteor around. It's obviously got some strength already, which is insane to me. So I highly recommend that you go follow this account, Kin Panama, and tell him thank you for at least giving us the opportunity to try to understand this. I feel it's a huge warning to us all, considering we've been seeing the things that we've been seeing with drones and UAPs, or whatever you want to call these flying orbs and different things over the White House, over assassination attempts, all over the place. China, Russia, Bolivia, Colombia. I see it everywhere. Mexico for sure. You know, and obviously we see depictions of a lot of this stuff on the pieces from Mexico. Not this specifically, though. This one here definitely takes the cake, and I'll keep up on it as well, because there's not really any Instagram coverage of it, and we'll go from there. Say a prayer for this man and for us as a society, because this thing looks like the real deal. Till next time.
Sent into the Ghost subreddit by Vadius Cord. She says, "Good morning, guys. Earlier today, my father sent me a video he captured. He told me that every time it's foggy out, he has seen a strange shadowy figure on the right side of the road near the road sign. He says that he often swerves to avoid it as he thinks it's a person. However, it disappears as he approaches. I apologize for the poor quality, but if you look closely at the video, you can see an odd shadow on the right side of the road near the edge line, right past the sign. And look, it very well could be some strange interaction of shadows and lights, but it just looks very odd. It definitely looks to my eye, and obviously my dad's eye, like some kind of figure. I mean, he literally swerves into the other lane to avoid it because he thinks it's a person, and then nothing. Anyhow, curious on what you guys think. That makes two of us. I definitely see the figure. But yeah, I don't know if that is some type of like shadow cast from that sign. It'd be interesting to know if there were any really bad accidents in this stretch of road. That could shed a little more light. But again, let me know what you guys think. So this clip was posted on Reddit, and the person that posted it, English is not their first language. They basically have said, you know, this is a photo of our security camera, we don't know what it is, and then we checked outside, but nothing was there. So I'm not actually sure what they're even asking, but when you go into the comments, people are talking about this figure right here. To me, it looks like he's holding a dolly, like something you would bring sodas in on or move furniture with. And then I see maybe something with eyes down on the ground. Someone else in the comments mentioned something back here in the shadows too. I'm not good at picking stuff out like that, I gotta be honest. But this guy over here to the left, I mean, maybe it's not a guy, but it looks like he's got on full garb. Maybe that's even a belt, or that's part of the dolly, but it also looks like it has one of those like stocking masks on. I don't know, I guess she's assuming that this is a ghost. She said her camera was going haywire. What in the crackhead is going on here? A guy had his property stolen, a motorcycle, some other stuff, obviously his phone. And when he got into the cloud to see what was going on, he found these pictures were uploaded. I mean, this girl, she's got a needle behind her ear. Lord have mercy, you got to be the dumbest. You know what? I'm gonna pray for them. Because I mean, daggone, you commit the crime, it looks like you might even were gonna get away with it. Then you start taking pictures of each other. Both faces in there. Lord have mercy. This clip posted from Western Michigan shows a creature that a lady says scared away her dogs. She says something is perched atop this fence line. Any ideas?
What the fuck? What are you? Oh my god, what are you? Oh my god. What the hell? Oh my god. No. It looks like a cougar or something. Like a deer or something. I don't know. I don't know. Oh my god.
Okay, so this clip was posted on the subreddit Humanoid Encounters, and I actually think this is a pretty good use of AI. Anyhow, let me read what he wrote. Back in 2019, when I was living in East Texas, I had one of the strangest experiences of my life. Something that's stuck with me ever since. I was 20 at the time, lying in bed next to my girlfriend. Sometime in the middle of the night, I suddenly woke up and looked toward the doorway. That's when I saw it. Standing there was a figure. Something that looked eerily similar to the image I've shared, but not exactly the same. At first I thought I was just dreaming, but then it moved. I sat up, fully aware and able to move, and that's when the thing suddenly lunged at me, started punching me. It didn't run like a person, it hopped, almost insect-like. It crossed the room in 3 long springing motions, kind of like a giant cricket or praying mantis. As it reached me, I swung and punched it right in the face. I remember what it felt like. Its skin was soft and rubbery, almost like the texture of a mushroom. The instant my fist made contact, there was a blinding white flash. Then everything went black. The next thing I knew, I was flat on my back in bed, perfectly straight, not even in my usual sleeping position. Here's what I remember about the thing I saw. It had reverse jointed legs, human-like thighs but insect-style lower limbs. I couldn't see the feet clearly in the dark. Its arms were long like a praying mantis, ending in 4 long finger-like appendages. It looked skeletal, like you could see its structure under the skin. Its skin was a greenish-gray, semi-translucent, like you could almost see through it. Its head was elongated, similar to a xenomorph or the creature from Pumpkinhead. The eyes wrapped around the side of its head, glossy and black like obsidian. No eyelids, just that reflective alien surface. Overall, its head had a wasp-like shape. Angular, menacing, and just messed up looking. So yeah, that's what happened. I've had sleep paralysis before, but nothing like this. I don't know if it was a dream, a hallucination, or something else entirely, but it felt real. Can anyone help me? What do you guys think it was? Sorry, that was a little long-winded and not as much video for the story, but my point at the beginning of the video is that AI would be cool to describe some of these things people are seeing in sleep paralysis or even in maybe court cases where you want to identify a suspect. I don't know. Let me know what you think.
Что это?
This clip was taken from the Russian woods by a man that is pretty scared of whatever he is taping. He has his camera and he's trying to blend in behind this tree, definitely trying to stay out of sight, when off in the distance you can see a hairy creature walking upright, coming towards the man. The video isn't long as the man turns the camera off and retreats. But I'd say this, a little research needs to be done in these woods. Okay, so check this footage out. Said to have been taken in the early 2000s and was recovered in the woods by a park ranger. Yeah, nobody was recovered, the footage was recovered. Take a look. When the park ranger recovered the clip and threw it in to watch it, it was safe to say he was pretty alarmed. The filmer's being chased by some type of creature or some type of creepy people. Now, the ending is the part that really freaks me out. It appears he has been captured and is sitting around a fire almost like he's about to be sacrificed or there's going to be some type of seance. You see the guy standing guard and the captive man with his hands behind his back. I don't know what's going on here, but I hope this guy made it out alive. This video, reportedly filmed in Russia, has captured a mysterious light emerging from the clouds. The object, resembling a large energy ball, quickly disappears, followed by several smaller ones. As you can guess, online speculation is running wild. Some believe it's an alien spacecraft's cloaking device malfunctioning. The naysayers are in the comments saying that it's a cleverly edited hoax. Whatever it is, it's pretty impressive. But what do you think? Is it real? Or are we just looking at another digital trick?
On regarde les étoiles. C'est trop beau. On n'est pas bien là. On n'est pas bien là. Ah. Qu'est-ce qu'il y a?
This video was taken when two girls were out late one night in their small town. I don't know about you, but I can relate to that. It's eerily quiet with no cars around. They seem to be having a good time. They're just laughing, smoking. One of them happened to have a camera. Well, suddenly they saw something strange off in the distance. A very tall, dark figure standing at the end of the road. He was staring at them. The figure started walking towards them and, of course, the girls panicked and they ran away as fast as they could. This video seemed genuine to me. I mean, the sudden shift from laughter to fear was kind of chilling. Now, do we have any idea what this figure could be? Is the video even real? I mean, I grew up in a small town. There's not a lot to do, so they could just be trying to get some attention. Anyhow, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Now, this is a pretty sketchy video here taken by two girls in the forest. They had just woken up in the morning. It's around 6:30 a.m. on their camping trip. They're looking to take the next leg of their hike, and this is what they hear.
Are they getting closer, Joy? No?
A biker just went that way, and the sound got worse.
Now, many people in the comments are saying that this is some type of cryptid or something more sinister, but a lot more people chimed in saying that this is definitely a pack of wolves or coyotes. Now, while the sound is definitely disheartening if it's just you and a friend in the woods and it sounds like there's a pack of wild predators around, but honestly, the scariest part to me is that she mentions towards the end of the video that a biker came up to them and just went that way. And then she mentions that it's getting louder, like they got something. I mean, what are the chances it was the biker? I don't know. What I do know is I would be going the opposite direction of the howling. This next video is startling, from Honduras. A mechanic shop captures on its CCTV a traffic accident that happens right in front of their shop. Now, the way the video is angled, pay close attention to the left side of the screen and you can see the van overturn. Now, do you see the individual that stumbles out of the van? He falls down and eventually gets up. Well, that was one of the guys that was inside the vehicle. They stand up, walk away, almost as if nothing happened. However, as the figure continues to move forward, he gradually fades until he almost vanishes from the footage. Now, the eerie part is that the original uploader explained that nobody survived this crash. All of the people were accounted for and were stuck in the vehicle. So it begs the question, who is this person? Now, the OP strongly believes that this might be the spirit of one of the victims leaving their body. Do we think this could be legit evidence of that? Dubbed the clearest and closest Bigfoot footage ever, feast your eyes upon this monstrosity. We see what appears to be a gargantuan Bigfoot walking through the woods. Back to seemingly has not noticed the cameraman, who will not hold the freaking camera steady. Someone in the comments joked, well, he wasn't blurry, but the cameraman was either really scared or trying to pull a fast one. If real, this looks like a massive, powerful creature. In a surprising and unusual development in the ongoing conflict between Russia and Ukraine, Ukrainian soldiers are now reporting the sighting of a disc-shaped UFO on the battlefield. This encounter, which took place in early March of 2024, was allegedly captured by the 406th Battalion of the Ukrainian Armed Forces, who was using a reconnaissance drone equipped with thermal imaging.
Что это за херня такая?
тарелка
Ну,
блядь.
по-любому. А ну приплись еще.
На месте стоит, ты бачишь? А на месте, блядь.
А в теплак
The footage shows an oblong-shaped craft hovering in the air, leaving soldiers baffled as they question what the mysterious object could be.
Что это за херня такая?
тарелка. Ну, блядь.
А ну приплись еще.
На месте стоит, ты бачишь? А на месте, блядь.
А в теплак ничего не стоит?
The footage shows an oval-shaped object hovering in the air, leaving the soldiers puzzled as they try to figure out what this thing could be. Once the footage was uploaded, the incident has led many to speculate whether this is advanced technology being used, or if it's something more extraterrestrial. Adding to the intrigue, more footage of unidentified flying objects has surfaced from the region. In early August 2024, witnesses recorded fast-moving UFO orbs in a combat zone during Ukraine's offensive line into Russia. In the video, a fighter jet flies by. But when slowed down, two dark orbs are seen in the sky, moving at a tremendous speed. These sightings have fueled widespread debate, with theories ranging from sophisticated military drones to alien activity to government interference. The appearance of such unknown objects in a war zone raises a lot of questions. And wouldn't you know it, we don't have any answers really. At this point, these events are leaving both military analysts and the public wondering what these strange phenomena truly are. So if you have any insight, fill the rest of us in. This strange video from Mexico was captured by one of the security cameras installed at the company where the original uploader's father works. Now, the building from which this came is pretty secure. There are cameras all over the property, and they scan various parts of the property, quote, looking for any particular disturbances. The uploader also said that this is a government building. It's not some secret ops dark site, but they do some weird stuff there, she said. As the scanning camera does its job, it zooms in on a bizarre figure. And now where it gets strange, as soon as the entity realized it was being observed, it sprinted away. And I might add, at an unnaturally fast speed. So what am I missing here? What could this be? What is this mysterious being? What was supposed to be a fun vacation turned into this couple's worst nightmare. The couple has started filming as they walk up the beach to a high peak so that they can see the overlooking water.
Bem, não é? Tá, bom, só da casa. Jesus, que é isso? Stop!
Now, when they get there, out of nowhere comes a hairy creature from this clearing, and you can tell the man is visibly frightened. However, a lot of people in the comments are calling BS on this, and say that there are a few things worth pointing out. The first one is that she didn't record very long. Now, I don't expect her to hold the camera long if there's a creature lurking in the background, so that one doesn't mean much to me. A few other people in the comments said that they can tell that there's heavy editing and that CGI is involved. Now, that's vastly above my pay grade, so I can't speak on that. Now, there was a man in the comments that said he went to this exact spot, and the photos, the videos, it all matches up. He says he saw some strange footprints, but never took any pictures of them. Anyhow, let me know, do you think that this could be real? Or are these honeymooners just looking for some attention? So what do we have here? The title of this video said Arctic Yeti caught on camera. Now, I don't know about you, but first off, I thought the Arctic Yeti would probably be white, but I guess it doesn't have to be. The uploader said that this video shows an Arctic Yeti coming up to a dog bowl that was strategically put out there to capture footage of this exact Yeti. I don't know, we see the creature look directly into the camera. And I can't really make out many features. Maybe you guys can. I have to say I don't really know what this one is. If it's real, then it's pretty awesome. But if it's fake, well, It wouldn't surprise me. But let me know in the comments, were you also thinking that an Arctic Yeti would be white?